Yo, 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 this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today we're talking about how I got over 23,000 5-star shards in 30 days, or just about a month. Let's go ahead, check it out. Welcome back, guys. We are talking about those 23,000 5-star shards that I got, and it is just a little bit more than that, just kind of happened around it. This went for my Iceman opening. This was in preparation for, and so I tracked it over those 30 days, and you guys get to see exactly how I did it. So, to the spreadsheets! Alright guys, so here we are in the spreadsheet, and as you can see, we have a total of 32,111, and I talked about 23,000. Now, the difference is, if you look right here at the total in green, right, we've got 23,111. Now, this difference comes from here, because I don't really count these purchases and things like that as part of the deal. And these 5-star shards were all the ones that I built up before I opened Iceman. So, I have a 4th of July special. One was $49.99, another one was $99.99. I got 3,000 in one and 6,000 in the other. And basically, I wanted to make sure that I kept that out. So that is the difference between the 32,000 and the 23,000, because I don't really think it's fair to add in purchases. I only want to talk about the 5-star shards that you can earn in-game while playing. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's take a look at what we got here. So under my miscellaneous, of course, we have a Summoner Advancement Overflow that we've got going on. Basically, that was the extra that came in off of the last month or the previous month, so that was the overflow basically. We have a calendar shards week 4. We had some shards in the calendar. That was the week 4 that basically came in at 1,000. We had an appreciation day, I believe, after everything was fixed, and they were like, we appreciate you, here's 500 shards. And that should be it for the miscellaneous stuff. So that came out to about 1,837. That was 7.95% of all of that, and that really comes in without really doing much. This is just stuff that was kind of given to you. Now, take a look at the Alliance events. The Alliance events came in with 4,075, and that was about 17 to 18% of my total for the month. And that came in with things like Alliance Quest completion, ranking with completion. We got some Summoner Advancement, and our Summoner Advancement has been pretty good lately. We've been putting up a lot of points lately. So we got 500 on one. We've got ourselves an Alliance Quest completion again. We got item usage, placement. We've got Summoner Advancement again. This one dropped a little bit from the last time, but they do kind of go back up. We got a completion at rank 6 out of 15%. So, I mean, all these little bits of shards that you get from awards and doing item use and things like that really do make a difference. Now, we had another item use here, and we jumped in with the Summoner Advancement 1 to 2%, and that one actually came in pretty good. That's 600. That is 600 shards, and that is pretty fantastic. Arena Combat, rank rewards, we got 50, and so basically taking a look at the whole thing without listing every single one of them, and we did of course get really high on Summoner Advancement that week. We got 800 that time, but as you can see, it's a repeat of doing your Alliance events, so you have to participate in those. That really is a big portion. 18% for the month is pretty big. Now, Arena actually wasn't as big. I kind of started to slack a little bit. Like, I wasn't getting, like, you know, the top 11 to 25% or the 1 to 10% type of thing. So I started really just getting kind of like 200 and 200. As you can see again here, featured arena was another 200 and 200. So I took it easy. I didn't really dig all that hard. Except for once. I did get a featured arena with 400 and a basic arena with 300 when I went for a champion, but this was pretty lax grinding in the arena. I only really pushed real hard on one where I got a featured arena and a basic, and that was 600 total for that that pass. Now, you can get 600 total each time and do that twice a week, and that really does shoot you up pretty high. But it's not necessary. You can just kind of do the least amount of flair and still do a pretty good job. As you can see, that was about 15%. The last time I put in a little bit more than that, but that's all right. Now, the one that's always big is the crystals. When I open up my crystals, I get an insane amount. Now, just kind of going through all of these, you can see that I got a featured duplicate. I opened a featured crystal, so that was 275. I got another featured crystal here where I got a 4-star. That was another 275. So those you can maybe count or not, you know, depending on if you open those or not. But my main crystal opening was 3,300. And that's just coming from duping 4 stars, you know, getting lucky with PHCs and things like that. But that is a huge amount. And I got a Spider-Verse crystal, which happened to give me 275. So as you can see, we got 4,125, and that accounted for just almost 18% of everything. Now, here is a huge one. A huge one is Alliance War. Alliance War accounted for 26%, basically 27% if we're gonna round up. And this was, we got a good amount of wins this time. So it does require you to win to kind of get up that high, but you should be playing War anyway to try to get as many of those shards as you can. Even if you're on the low end and you're not getting 5-star shards, you can still play, keep playing, and you start moving up. You start getting 4-star shards. 4-star shards equal, you know, dupes, which then gets you 5-star shards. So that's always a good idea to play War. The last one here is questing. Now, I quested and got 3,300, and that was basically, you know, like doing the Master Mode Spider-Verse. I did a bunch of those. I did 32 of them to get 1,600 extra. I did my Act 5 Chapter 2. I knowingly misspelled that for a reason. Anyway, so Spideyverse Heroic was done, and that gave me a 500. So as you can see here, everything does add up. That is 23,000 5-star shards. Now, I did purchase 9,000 of them, and I did spend 45,000 that same month. Basically, I tried for a Stark Spidey, and that didn't really happen. I ended up duping my Cyclops, whatever, doesn't even matter. And we bought my Iceman crystals, which were 30,000. So basically, that is my breakdown for my 5-star shards this month, and this was not a lot of work. I was not overly pushing. I pushed a couple times, maybe here and there, but if you want to really push, there's no reason why you couldn't get close to 30,000 if you really push. But as it is, this was not a lot of work. This was, you know, grinding here and there, nothing crazy, nothing major, and still ended up with 23,000 for the month. So I hope that this helped you out, and I hope that you'll be able to do something similar. Let me know how that works for you. Let me know if you can do the same, or if you've already done the same, or if you get more than I do. I'd love to know. All right, guys, that's it. Once again, this is Dorky Diggity Dave. You just saw how I got over 23,000 5-star shards in 30 days. I hope that it was helpful for you, and I hope that it kind of gives you an idea of how you can get your own 5-star shards, and maybe it should get you a little bit excited for what's coming. And since they're going to be easier in the future, you can use the same techniques and possibly more to get your own 5-star shards and start building up that 5-star roster. So if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment. Share it with your friends, share it with your mama. All that stuff helps me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.